The program this afternoon is all about the ways in which we can make a difference. This is our chance to kind of hold the line against the issue here. So, like, earthworms are our friend, right? Yeah, they help with the soil, garden. Well, not always. So we have these new Asian earthworms that they're only on top of the soil. They're kind of hard to the feel, not slimy or wet. They're animated. They thrash around. They're called, jumping worms or crazy worms or snake worms. And they move pretty fast. They just scatter right across the top of the soil. So when the news broke in 2013, we thought it was just this one called Amynthus agrestis, which was an awesome name, because it's aggressive. And now we find, there's several species of Amynthus, and there's this other genus there, Metaphyre. This is an older map, and not sure the year, but showing some of the known infestations. And of course we've got some there in northern part of New York, and then right on the Quebec border, so they're close. So we have maybe up to 5 species of Asian worms that could be here, or certainly could be in New York State. I should mention that there are many forests in the north where there are no earthworms of any sort yet, and that's a good thing because they're actually bad for forests. So they just have a tremendous appetite. What you end up with by late in the season is this huge biomass that's freaking hungry. They're removing the duff layer and leaving mineral soil. They seem to be happy to live in clay or sand or high pH, low pH. It doesn't seem to faze them. They eliminate ground nesting birds. They just disappear. There's no cover. There's no vegetation there. Other earthworm species die off. All native wildflowers disappeared. Salamanders disappeared because these things are poisonous. They even feed on tree seeds. So the seed bank that's in the soil starts to disappear. There's nothing but crumbly, eroded dirt when these earthworms move in. The rate of spread, last I tried to find, is not really known, but it's in the order of meters per year. As far as I know, they're not vectored by any other animal besides humans, and this is where we come in because it is important. We're the only ones that can keep these away because they're getting shipped up north on truckloads of horticultural material, on plants, potted plants, and potted beautiful trees that you want, So they're spreading by us. All right, so we're all impacted. Farmers, foresters, gardeners, homeowners. We try to do due diligence at the garden center or whatever, or we ask where they're from. Where are these from? Oh, South Carolina. Well, maybe take a pass on it. And you can also check for them in a potted plant by putting in 3 tablespoons of mustard powder and 4 liters of water. Shake it up real well and pour it on it, and everything will come to the surface, including these guys. So they don't overwinter. Like, wow, that's so great. They all die in the winter. Aren't we lucky? Well, but they have these little cocoon structures. They're hardy to something like minus 50, maybe minus 40. So that's our winters are not going to get rid of them. There's no organic treatment. There's no Roundup on it. There's nothing that can be used against them. So once they're there, they're there. If you're logging in the winter, well, scout it in the fall. Look for the presence of these. You don't see them? Great. Well, if you do see them, go ahead and harvest, but then, find some protocol to sanitize your equipment, I build this as good news about climate change. Well, it's maybe less bad news. If the temperature reaches 40 degrees for 3 days, the cocoons are going to die, so we're good.